Yo guys, what's happening? Welcome to another video. Like a saga, innit? This return of the lemon, it's fucking nuts. So today I am in my shed and I am with the front bumper. So as you've seen in the last video, we're starting to tidy up the car now. We've got the Morets on, we've done the oil cap. As you can hear, it's raining, so it's just ideal to be doing stuff like this in my little shed anyway. So yeah, we're gonna colour code this top bit up. That's the plan anyway. So we're gonna start prepping this, we're gonna prime it, and then we're gonna colour code it harden, just to make it look a lot fresher. It isn't the cleanest bumper to start with. It has got little marks here, and it's got some on the other side, but they're not that bad. So what I'll do is I'm going to wipe it all down, I'm going to start prepping it, and then when it's all together and done the car, I'll get some G3 and a buffing wheel and I'll just buff the bumper up, or I might wait till I've colour coded everything and then buff everything at once. Probably makes more sense, but we'll see how far I get. So yeah, that's what we're doing, colour coding this part of the top bumper. So let's get to it. It looks better already just with a quick panel wipe down. Yeah, that little shallow scratches that were about there, they should buff. But stuff like this, all this, what I'll probably end up doing with this, because it's pointless me doing it, because we're probably going to end up getting a GSI bumper, or if we don't, I don't know what we'll do, but I'll just end up getting some harden in a cup with a brush and just touch all these in, and then do some clear coat and then dab it over it. Just a nice little touch up, and then I'll fly it off and buff it after. But that's my plan. So I've panel wiped all this down. I'm gonna sand it all down and then plastic prime it. Same again, etch prime it to just etch filler prime just to smooth it out a bit so I don't get this ripple effect. And then colour code. Right, so I've got it all masked nice and straight down edge, as you can see. That's just overlaid tape to tape the backing paper to, but she's all taped nice and clean to edge, all the way down. So I'm going to start prepping this now. I'm going to get it with some 120 all the way down. Try to get some of these little lips and edges off, try flatten it out. So I'm going to do it with 120, then plastic prime it, etch prime it, and then I'll go over it with some 500, wipe it all down, and then put us hardened base coat on. Right, so that is now fully sanded with 120. Now I'm going to get the plastic primer, which is this stuff, Genflex. You've seen me use this in a couple of videos. Wipe it onto a rag, wipe it straight on, leave that to dry for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll apply the high build etch primer so it eats right into the plastic. Right, so we're on as last coat of the high build. It's had a thin coat on it and then a thicker coat, so I'm going to leave it there. I'll leave it to dry for about an hour maybe, and then I'll come back to it, do it with 500, and then we should be sound then to start misting some of the base coat on. Right, so I've left this about an hour and a half, 2 hours. As you can see, it's gone all dry, so I'm going to do it with some 500, sand it back. If I need to prime it in some places again, I will do, which is looking more than likely. So yeah, I'll sand it back and see where we're at. So I've just gone over it with 500 and it's actually looking pretty good, to be fair. There's just like that little bit and that edge, that little bit and that little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tiny bit of filler and then just dab it in these, sand them back with 500, stick a bit of normal primer over the top, leave it to dry, and what I'll do is I'll just edge this, tape back a tiny bit, and then I can run the Ardent Blue base over it then. Right, so as you can see I've got them filled, flatted back nice and smooth, along with that bit and that bit. Right, so that's the first coat that you've just seen put on. So it's more of like a dusting cover. Leave that on now for about 5 minutes because it's pretty warm in here with the heater on. So I'll leave it for 5 minutes just to wear off, and then I'll do the same again twice over, and then we can get on with clear coat. Right, so I've just put the last base on of the Ardent Blue and it's looking awesome. So I mean, if I just turn light on, gives you a better view. Obviously it's starting to go a bit matty because it's drying off. So I'm gonna give it about 20 minutes now, and then I'm gonna go over it with the 2K clear. So whilst we're waiting for this to dry, I just want to put a shout out to everyone that's following this project, the return of the lemon. Obviously it wasn't planned. I planned to buy a car that I could do odd little bits on, i.e. what I'm doing now, little painting, colour coding and stuff, take it to track and smash it down. I didn't expect to be pulling it apart and fully rebuilding it like I have done. So I just want to put a shout out to everyone that's following this. Honestly, it means a lot. Obviously I can do it, I just haven't done stuff like this for a very long time. Obviously if you've been here from the start, you know that I actually built a B204 course. That's how I started this channel, because I had that many people asking me, because there wasn't many B204 courses at the time. I think I started building it back end of 2016, early 2017 it was on the road. So yeah, I just want to put a shout out to you guys. Make sure you obviously like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and then you can keep on with stuff like this. And we're close to being monetized, so when we're monetized I'll be able to put more money into the channel. I won't be in a little shed like this, I'll have a unit again. So yeah, cheers. Right guys, so she's had a thin coat and a medium, and this is how she's looking so far. I'll just turn light on. So that's just a light coat and a medium, and I'll leave it to tack off, and then it'll get one more coat, which will be the heavy coat. and then I'll leave it to dry then, and then come back to it and pull this tape off and see what we're left with. Right, it's now got its final coat of clear on, a nice big thick coat. Look at that here. So I'm going to leave this to dry now overnight, and then tomorrow I'll be able to get it on. Right, so we've got the bumper on and it looks so much more like aggressive and like a bit more modern now. Quite liking it, to say it's like a standard bumper. So yeah, but it's come to my attention because it is the right colour code, 12L, but it's come to my attention that the rest of the car's probably faded. So instead of touching these up yet, I'm going to wait until we get a bit better weather. I'm going to buff the full car, probably give it a 2-stage, and then I'll start touching all the little bits in and then buff them in as well. When we get better weather, I'll do it all on car. So yeah, if you can't tell, the wind is pretty bad, so I'm like trying to hide. That's why I haven't really recorded putting it on. But yeah, that's this video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, remember to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and remember to make it different. Anything that you're doing today, tomorrow, day after, make it different. Yeah, that's it, guys. See you later.